Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and I am your watch guy today. Today we are back with AliExpress pieces, in particular Pagani Design's homage to the Speedmaster 57 release. Now Pagani have already released a few homages to the Speedmaster and are about to release a homage to the Dark Side of the Moon. Depending on when I put this video out, it may have already been released, but that will be in soon also. I really love the dial on this piece. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and that's why I picked this one out of the lineup. Now this one has been sent to me by the Pagani Design Global AliExpress store on AliExpress. I've linked them in the description. They've sent me this watch for free. However, they have no say in this review. And if you wanted to pick up a pre-owned watch at a budget price, well, I have the store for you. The watchguystore.com is also linked in the description. That is my own personal website, my own personal resale site. If you wanted to pick up an absolute bargain, that's the place to do it. And remember, if you wanted a discount, the code is JTWG10. That'll get you 10% off. Now with that shameless plug out of the way, let me turn this camera around and let's review this watch. Well, this is Pagani Design's PD-1766. I think they've definitely missed the trick here by not calling this the PD-1757. The eagle-eyed of you out there, or those that are a fan of the Speedmaster lineup, will know that this is a homage to the reissue of the Speedmaster from 1957, the original release, before it was the Moon watch, before all of the historical events that we are very aware of. Well, this is Pagani Design's take. It is packed with a Seiko VK64 movement. We know that that means that this has a nice mechanical sweep through the dial, as you can see there on that chronograph. Now I am a fan of the VK series movements because it definitely gives you that more premium effect of a mechanical chronograph without the burden of the pricing. Built in 316L stainless steel, this is quite a wearable casing. Now it is 40mm in diameter if you go on the bezel here. However, the wearable case size is actually 38.6, which makes this a very comfortable wear even for people with smaller wrists like myself. It is 12.7mm thick. Lug to lug, it comes in at 48.4mm, and these lugs are 20mm lugs, which means that you can definitely fit this onto a number of different band options or strap options. Personally, I think this would look really, really clever on a nice leather strap, a nice distressed leather strap. As mentioned, built in 316L stainless steel, it has a really nice level of brushing to the upper lugs and the side profile. However, it does have a really nice polished, high polished chamfered edge, as does the bezel itself. That really distinguishes the case very nicely from the rest of the brushing elements of it. We have two standard pushers, piston-like pushers, both in high polish. First, obviously, to start and stop the chronograph. Second, to reset it. And this is a screw down crown. We have the usual sandblasted Pagani Design effect logo on there. Now I know some of you guys are a stickler for this, so I will show you. It does have a ghost date position. Second position is for the handset, obviously. Personally, I don't mind the ghost date position. I do know that is a sticking point for a lot of you though. Screw down case back on this one with the usual Pagani Design information throughout, and the logo in the center. They haven't gone with any strange motifs of sports cars or anything like that on this one, which is a little bit of a relief for myself. Sapphire crystal, as you would expect. We do have a small level of AR coating, and it is nicely domed towards the center. Gives a very vintage effect, and that's exactly what you really want on this. The bezel on the outer edge is high brush in a circular fashion with the tachymeter. It really does give, again, a really nice vintage aesthetic to it with this stainless steel tachymeter over the usual ceramic or sapphire ones that you will get in the Pagani Design Speedmaster Homage range. Altogether, this watch is provided with 100 meters of water resistance, and for a chronograph, I think that's an acceptable level, and that will mostly be due to these pushers either side. Now, if we move into this dial, you can see that it's a very nice sunburst effect. The subdials really do differentiate themselves by being sunken in to the dial very nicely. They do have their own texture between the two. You can see that they sit quite nice and deep in that dial. Chaptering on the outer edge also steps up a level and has these applied indices. They are bordered in a nice stainless steel effect and a loom center. The minute track is very easy to read around the outer edge of the piece. That's due to this monochrome black and white print. Up at 12 o'clock we have an applied Pagani Design logo, followed by the Pagani Design print. Down at 6 o'clock we have chronograph 100 meters, and either side of the 6 o'clock you can see Japan movement. That signifies that Seiko movement in the back of this piece. Now personally I'm a big fan of the double subdial effect on this piece, taking away the 6 o'clock subdial. I think that really works well, especially in this piece in particular because of the quartz movement. It takes away the quartz tick and gives a more premium effect to the watch itself. The broad arrowhead hour hand really does set this design apart. That is Speedmaster 57 screamed at you if anything. The high polish borders to the handset are really nice to see. That adds a little bit of class to the piece, and the simple pointed minute hand completes that. The rest of the hands on this piece are stainless steel effect, including the subdials, and therefore are not loomed. You won't see them in the loom shot. Speaking of which, let's shoot to that loom shot. So we have a mixture of loom on this piece, a C3 and a BGW9 signature. On camera it looks pretty good. However, in person the dial is very, very pale. It's not very well applied at all. A really heavy fading to the dial, and it'd be very difficult to actually see in this type of low light situation in my opinion. Now, is this the worst I've seen? It is by far one of the better Pagani Design pieces when it comes to the loom shot. However, when you look at the rest of the market alongside it, it does come a little bit short. I think I'd probably give this one a 6 out of 10. As we move away from the head of the watch, we move onto this bracelet, and as you can see, it has a reverse polished effect to it. The outer pieces of the Freelink bracelet here are high polish and the center is brushed. We have a butterfly clasp on this one. No Pagani Design signature on the clasp itself, which is a shame to see. We have solid end links, female end links. Does make for a nice fit. Let me just bring this camera out and I'll get this on wrist to show you. Here we go. This one is a really enjoyable watch to wear for me. It fits really nicely to my wrist. And as well as that, the female end links make this bracelet really, really nice to wear. Unfortunately, we don't have any mid links to get a nicer fit on this bracelet, and that brings me into the moan section, which is heavily featured around this bracelet actually. One real shame is the quality control of it. As you can see, it doesn't fit together properly, and I think that really does give a cheap effect to it and cheapens the entire watch, unfortunately. As well as that butterfly clasp, I'm not a big fan of. The biggest moan for this piece for me at the moment is that it's not really at the level that you'd expect a Pagani Design quartz piece to be at. On the Pagani Design global flagship store, the shop that have sent me this, on there right now it is £86.50. I would really like to see these around the £50 to £60 mark. I think that's really where they should be playing, and I think that's a real winner at that price. I don't know if I could really advise it at almost £90. It is a lovely watch, it's absolutely gorgeous, and the green really does set it alight, but I think you have to really, really fall in love with this piece to be able to spend that much on it. Let me know what you think, guys. Are you tempted by this? It is a good looking piece. Go on, guys, get yourself down into the comments. Tell me your opinion on this Homage. We all love the Speedmaster here. At least I think we all do, because you wouldn't stick around as long as you just have the way that I go on about it. So is this something that Pagani Design have nailed for the budget masses, or have they missed the mark here? Let me know in the description. I'd love to hear your opinion as always. And if you wanted to pick one up, remember the link is in the description to the Pagani Design Global AliExpress store. They're the guys who have sent me. Last time I checked the price, it was $86.50. Thanks for watching this one, guys. If you're new around here, please remember to subscribe to the channel. You'll get more of my content that way, and I will see you in the next one.